Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating and mysterious coin that connects two great nations, the United States of America and Australia. You might have one of these lying around your home, hidden in an old drawer, a forgotten wallet, or mixed in with other spare change, the Australia 20-cent coin from the year 2001. But what if I told you this seemingly ordinary coin could hold a secret that might change your life forever? Before you rush to check your pockets, let's uncover the story behind this remarkable coin, its design, history, and the hidden details that make it one of the most intriguing coins ever produced. The 2001 Australian 20-cent coin is not just another piece of metal. It's a piece of art that captures the identity of a nation. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right, beautifully detailed with the words Elizabeth II and Australia 2001. It symbolizes not only the monarchy but also the deep heritage shared across the Commonwealth. But what truly draws attention is the reverse side, which features the platypus, an extraordinary animal unique to Australia. This design by Stuart Devlin is so detailed that you can almost feel the ripples of water as the platypus swims across the surface. But here's where the real story begins. The year 2001 marked the centenary of Federation, a monumental celebration of 100 years since Australia became a unified nation. During this special year, the Royal Australian Mint released a number of special edition coins, and that's when rare varieties and errors began to appear. Coins that collectors around the world are now hunting for day and night. Some of these 2001 20-cent coins have unique minting errors, off-center strikes, double edges, misaligned designs, or even coins struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were accidentally pressed on metal blanks meant for a completely different coin. Imagine holding a coin that was never meant to exist, a coin that slipped through the strict minting process unnoticed. That's what makes these coins incredibly valuable today. Even more fascinating are the coins that somehow made their way into circulation in the United States. Over the years, American collectors began finding Australian 20-cent pieces mixed in with their coins, leading to a wave of speculation and excitement. Some believe these coins came through international trade, travel, or rare mint swaps. Others think it might have been part of a mysterious minting experiment between the two nations. Whatever the reason, the presence of an Australian 20-cent coin in America has always sparked curiosity and awe among numismatists, the coin experts. Now, let's talk about what makes these coins stand out to collectors. When a 2001 20-cent coin is in uncirculated condition, meaning it has no scratches, no marks, and still shines like the day it was made, its value skyrockets. Some coins show faint errors around the Queen's portrait or unusual edges that set them apart from standard mint issues. Add that to the fact that 2001 marked a special year in both historical and symbolic importance, and you've got a combination that every serious collector wants to own. Over the years, the value of these coins has gone up significantly. What was once a simple pocket coin worth only 20 cents has now become a small fortune for those lucky enough to discover the right version. People have sold these rare coins online and at auctions for prices that would leave anyone speechless. And that's not all. Collectors say that the combination of rarity, minting error, and excellent condition is what determines the final worth. So, if you have a 2001 20-cent coin from Australia, especially one that looks a little different, keep it safe, because you might be holding one of the rarest treasures in your collection. Now imagine this. You walk into a coin shop with an old coin you thought was worth nothing, and the expert tells you it's one of the rarest varieties ever found. The thrill, the excitement, the disbelief, it's an unforgettable feeling. That's what makes coin collecting so special. Every coin tells a story, every mark has meaning, and sometimes, every scratch adds value. So, before you spend that coin or let it roll away under the couch, take a closer look. You never know, your humble 2001 Australian 20-cent piece might just be the key to unlocking an incredible fortune. And yes, believe it or not, some of these rare Australian 20-cent coins from 2001 have been valued at an unbelievable $45,000. Imagine holding a simple coin in your hand, something you might use to buy a snack, feed a parking meter, or drop into a jar without a second thought. But what if I told you that a single, ordinary-looking 20-cent coin from the year 2000 could be worth a life-changing fortune today? Yes, a coin that most people overlook every day could secretly be hiding one of the most valuable minting errors in modern Australian and United States coin history. Let's dive into the incredible story behind the Australia 20-cent coin from the year 2000, and why collectors around the world, especially from the United States, are hunting for it like buried treasure. In the year 2000, the Royal Australian Mint released millions of 20-cent coins into circulation. On the surface, they looked completely normal. The familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on one side, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, and the graceful platypus design by Stuart Devlin on the other. But within that massive production, a tiny batch of coins was struck using the wrong obverse die, the one intended for the Australian $1 coin. This meant that the Queen's portrait didn't match the correct 20-cent specifications. The error created a double rim effect, a slightly thicker border, and a noticeable misalignment around the Queen's head. Most people who spent or received these coins never noticed a thing. But for numismatists, passionate coin collectors, this was pure gold. Now here's where it gets even more fascinating. As international collectors discovered the existence of this error, the value of these 2000 mule coins, as they're called, skyrocketed. The term mule refers to a coin that has been struck with mismatched dies from two different denominations. It's one of the rarest and most exciting types of minting mistakes you can find. Reports started spreading fast across Australia, the United States, and even parts of Europe, as more collectors realized just how limited these coins were. Most estimates suggest only a few thousand were ever produced, and far fewer remain in mint condition today. The rarity alone makes it a dream find for anyone lucky enough to spot one. So, how can you tell if your 2020-cent coin is special? Start by looking closely at the Queen's portrait. If you see a thicker, double rim, or notice the design looks slightly off compared to other 20-cent coins, you might be holding something extraordinary. Some collectors even report a slightly darker tone or a heavier feel due to the die difference. For everyday people in Australia and beyond, these coins have turned up in the most unexpected places, from grocery store change to coin jars tucked away for years. Imagine spending just 20 cents decades ago and realizing today that you unknowingly had a collector's gem in your possession. Coin experts from both Australia and the United States have called this particular error a once-in-a-generation discovery. Many believe that because of its combination of design beauty, historical timing, and die mismatch, it represents one of the most desirable coins ever minted in Australia's modern era. Over the years, auctions have revealed jaw-dropping prices. Some of these 2020-cent mules, in pristine, uncirculated condition, have fetched thousands upon thousands of dollars. The demand keeps rising, and collectors are constantly on the lookout for even lightly circulated versions. Think about that for a second. A coin that most people would ignore or spend without thought, a simple, common piece of metal, could actually be the key to unlocking massive financial gain. That's the magic of coin collecting. It's a world where small details and tiny imperfections can create treasures that last forever. And here's something even more intriguing. These coins often show up in the hands of people who don't even realize their value. So before you dismiss that pile of old coins, or before you spend that shiny 20-cent piece from the year 2000, take a moment. Grab a magnifying glass. Because who knows? You might be looking at one of the rarest and most valuable Australian coins ever made. Collectors from the United States have paid huge sums to own these rare coins, not just because of their beauty, but because of what they represent, a rare mistake that became a priceless masterpiece. It's the kind of coin that makes history, the kind of story that makes headlines, and the kind of find that could change your life in an instant. So, next time you empty your pockets or count your change, don't just glance at the coins, study them. Because one of them might hold a secret, a story, and a fortune waiting to be discovered.